Hey guys, I'm Leanne. I'm back. This is video 2 if you're watching. And tonight I want to talk about food. It's like the thing that we all love and hate at the same time. Food has always been the biggest struggle for me. Every time I've tried to lose weight, I would do really well for a while and then I would get off track and go back to my old habits, which is what led me to gaining so much weight. I would do really well in terms of tracking everything and making sure that I was eating the right foods for my body, and then I would fall off the wagon and I would have one bad meal, and then that one bad meal led me to, you know, a place where I was fully off the wagon. I don't know another way to put that. I know that off the wagon is cliche, but that's true. So for me this time, when I started losing weight, I made a commitment to myself to, one, track everything, which I told you guys. And then secondly, I made a commitment that if I did have a bad meal, I was not going to beat myself up about it. I was not going to dwell on the fact that I had eaten something bad. And I was just going to let it go and move on and start over. So for instance, the other day, I had a super stressful day at work. And I had a very limited time for lunch because I'm the manager, so if nobody's getting a lunch, it's me. So I knew I only had like 20 minutes tops, hopefully 15, and I caved and got fast food. And I felt so gross after. I mean, I haven't eaten that way in 6 months now, and eating what I had a Whopper, I'll just, full disclosure. I just didn't feel like I made the best choice. Obviously I didn't. And I didn't feel like what I was eating was contributing to my goals. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm never going to have a cheat meal. I am. I promise. I try to have one cheat meal a week, and that kind of helps me get back on track. But none of my cheat meals have been a Whopper until Tuesday. And afterward, the way that I felt about that, I wasn't disappointed in myself for the food. I was disappointed that I let stress win and win that battle that day, if that makes sense. So you have to separate the food from the stress. I was stressed, but I could have easily grabbed Chipotle, you know, something like a salad with no rice or beans. Or I could have grabbed Zoe's, which is literally across the street from my work. But I chose a Whopper and fries and a Diet Coke. I'm never going to give up Diet Coke, by the way. That is just kind of where my mind is on this journey. I want to make the best decisions for my body. I also know that I have years of unlearning to do when it comes to food, because my entire childhood and adult life has been surrounded by food. Bad food, usually. If you know my mother, she makes a Sunday lunch that rivals any grandma, and it's usually 5 starches and a meat. So that's always been the mentality with food, is that it's to be celebrated and you should enjoy it, and you should enjoy it, but not that much, and not 5 starches in one meal. One other thing about food is that in life we tend to give more grace to other people than we do ourselves. So Tuesday I could have easily been like, oh, you know, I've just blown everything and I had that Whopper and I'm just done. But I chose to let it go and move on and realize that it's only one meal. You get 21 meals in a week if you eat 3 times a day, every day. And I had one bad meal out of 21 meals. So I still have 20 to get it right. And if you break it down like that, I mean, that's a little mathematical, but it makes sense. One meal out of 21 meals does not kill me. It just doesn't. Not in this long-term journey anyway. So in closing, I just want to remind all of you to allow yourself the same grace that you always give others in food and in life. Thank you for watching.